Tina Cook Hearts Makeup. I am Tina Cook, and today we will be talking about oily skin. I have pretty oily skin, I have super mega oily skin actually, and what I want to do today is share with you the products that I have found really work for me to help keep the oil under control throughout the day, and that helps keep my makeup in place. Because I got a lot going on here, right? I spent a lot of time getting ready in the morning, and I want my makeup to last throughout the day. So over the years, I found this makeup cocktail, this product cocktail, if you will, that really helps maintain, again, the oil under control and keeps my makeup looking fresh throughout the day instead of looking like a big oil slick. So let's just jump right in. I'm gonna start with prep, and we're gonna finish with finishing spray. The first thing that I do is moisturize. So I think a big mistake, a common mistake, and one that I used to make was, as someone with oily skin, I thought, well, I don't need to put moisturizer on, right? Because my skin is already super moisturized. If you do what I used to do, which is totally overwashing your face, only putting on mattifying products, it can actually dry out parts of your skin or make your skin think that it's dried out, and it then will produce more oil, so it has the opposite effect. And the product that I use is the Shiseido Pureness Mattifying Moisturizer. This is an oil-free moisturizer, and I love this moisturizer. I've been using it for about 2 years now, and I just do a small little pump in my hand, do a little bit of this, and then kind of pat it into my skin, rub it in, right, all over. And it gives my skin the moisture it needs without making it super, super slick or anything. It leaves kind of a matte canvas that then you can work with. So the Shiseido Pureness Mattifying Moisturizer. This product is great, and I know that you can buy it at Sephora, Nordstrom, any department store essentially that carries Shiseido. But I think that's how I say it. Once I do the moisturizer, I next apply the Eve Pearl Anti-Shine Mattifying Gel. So I use this product instead of using a primer. I don't use a primer on my face. I use this as a primer. It doesn't have the name primer, the word primer in the name, but I use it as my primer. This is what works for me. I love this product. This product really helps absorb any excess oil that's left in your skin in the morning after the whole face washing routine, before you apply your makeup. And it also, for me, it really makes a huge difference throughout the day. It keeps that oil at bay, right? So I apply it, I focus it on my T-zone, but I do apply it all over my face. So I do kind of like a small little squirt out of here, and I kind of rub just a little bit, and then I push it into my face, beginning in the T-zone, and then taking whatever's left over on the tips of my fingers and pulling it out onto my cheeks, making sure I definitely get some of my chin here. You can definitely get oily here. And then whatever's, any excess that's left over, I get it in all the other spots on my face. And I make sure that I have a good thin layer before I go in with foundation. So once I've applied that, then we are ready for foundation. So I'm gonna give you 3 options. My favorite drugstore foundation that I've used is the Revlon ColorStay. So the Revlon ColorStay for combination oily skin. I am in the color, I actually have to mix 2, depending on what kind of tan I have going on. I'm in, 310 warm golden and 240 medium beige. So those are the 2 colors I use. And I mix those together on the back of my hand, and then I use a foundation brush, and I stipple on the face and then blend it in with that brush. This is a really great drugstore foundation. It is really great for oily skin. I know that with the liquid Revlon ColorStay, they have one for dry skin as well. But I use the one, of course, for oily skin. I got oily skin. And this stuff stays on all day. It lasts. And I mean, it says that it stays on for 24 hours. So I think this is a really great value, being, again, a drugstore find. And my only issue with this is I have yet to find my exact perfect match for my skin tone. I have to, like I said, I have to mix the 2, and, depending on if I'm paler or a little more tan, I use a little bit more of the dark, a little bit more of the light. But Revlon, if you're watching, we need a few more shades for Latina skin tone, some more yellow base. So that's my only complaint with this, but this is a really great foundation for oily skin. This foundation is full coverage. It's very difficult to get, like a medium application with this. It is a full coverage foundation, I have found, for me. So if you're looking for something a little lighter, but you still want that oil control, because I know a lot of foundations for oily skin tend to be a little bit on the heavier side, but a really great option if you want a little bit more of a natural kind of look, maybe something that you want to use like for every day, for work, maybe you don't want the full coverage as intense for every day. A great option is the Frankie Rose Matte Perfection. So Frankie Rose Cosmetics, this is the Matte Perfection Foundation. This is a buildable foundation. You can build it to a full coverage, but the way that it applies, it's a bit of a thinner foundation, really beautiful. It lets a lot of your natural skin shine through. If you apply a thin layer, you can still see freckles, which I really like. And the finish, whereas the finish with the Revlon ColorStay is a true matte, I mean, you get a matte finish. I feel like the Frankie Rose is a little bit more of like a demi-matte. So it's not totally dry. It looks a little more natural on the skin, and it's really pretty if that's what you're going for and you don't want the heavy makeup. This is a really great option. So Frankie Rose Matte Perfection Foundation, my favorite that I use almost every day. This foundation is going to give you full coverage. It's going to have a matte finish, and this product is not going to budge. It is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. And this stuff is awesome. I wear this in the Ivory Beige, 3-in-1 Ivory Beige. This foundation will not move, and it's such a great base for everything else that goes on top. That's the thing that I found, especially with oily skin. It is so key to get a really good canvas to work with, right? Like if you use a foundation that is not meant for oily skin and that does not stay on, that lets a lot of the oil break through, that messes with everything else that you put on your face. It's going to break up your contour, your bronzer. It's going to break up the blush, and then you end up looking splotchy. That's what's happened to me in the past, where it looks really good when I first apply it, and then a few hours later I'm like, why is everything separating on my face? And it has to do with everything that's underneath it. So if you want your makeup to last longer, you really have to find a foundation that works really well with your skin. And that doesn't mean that it has to be a high-end product, right? I mean, I'm showing you a great option from the drugstore. That's just something to keep in mind if you find that your makeup is not lasting throughout the day. Maybe kind of look at, okay, is my foundation really working for me? Again, this is just a great foundation. This is my go-to. I like full coverage. I like when I feel like I see that it has mattified my face, right? I like that the foundation looks like it's gonna stay put, right? And I have what going on. I like to powder contour every day and do the blush, and I do some I do everything almost every day. I really like that. I have fun putting my makeup on in the morning. So I want all the work and all that time that I do, I want it to stay put. It's really frustrating when I go and look at myself in the mirror at 1 o'clock and I'm like, that is not what I look like this morning. So Estee Lauder Double Wear, I love that foundation. I will say this, that I think actually that the Revlon ColorStay for super oily skin, this will keep you matte a little bit longer actually than the Double Wear. However, when I do start to get oil with this, I kind of like how it looks because it doesn't look super shiny. It's like maybe I start to get like a little bit of a dew, and I'm like, I did that on purpose. It's on trend right now to be dewy and glowy. It's a choice, people. Or I just take a blotting tissue and I blot my T-zone, and then I move on with my day and I'm fine. But I will say this, and I think that this is a pretty big accomplishment. When I wear this, I only will blot maybe once throughout the entire day. That's big. If you've got oily skin, you feel me? That's a big deal, right? Okay. Once we have now applied our foundation, we gotta set. You gotta set it and forget it, ladies. So if you have oily skin, you better set that, okay? So I use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. Rimmel London Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. I am in the color for Sandstorm. It says up to 5 hours natural shine control with natural minerals. Helps minimize the appearance of pores. So this powder, number one, it's drugstore. I think it's like $4.99. It's super inexpensive. And this stuff works. And I've tried lots of powders. I've tried high-end powders from really nice brands and thought, oh, you know, I like this, but let me see if I can find something better. This stuff is so good. And I do apply all over my face. Once again, kind of like I do with the Eve Pearl, I concentrate it in my T-zone. So I'll probably apply a little more product in my T-zone than on the rest of my face, but I will set my whole face. Last but not least, setting spray. And I love the setting spray. The Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. Oil control, that's what this is for. This is made for all of us oily skinned folks. I love this stuff, and I notice a really big difference if I forget to put it on. Oh, that is the worst. If I forget to put it on, I'm on the highway, I'm in LA, I'm in traffic, I'm already like, I don't know, 3 miles from my home and realize, no, oh my God, I forgot to put on my spray, my makeup might not last. I will notice it, and it's frustrating. Setting your makeup with a setting spray, setting your makeup with this setting spray is really going to help your makeup last throughout the day. I've tried a few others and nothing compares. That's my favorite. That's my jam. So the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray is my favorite. So that wraps up everything for today. I'm going to link everything below. I'll put the names of the foundations, all of the products, as well as the color that I use. And I'll find also where you can purchase them. So in case you want to purchase online, or maybe it's, you know, there's an Ulta in your neighborhood, I'll put on there where you can find these products. And if you like what you saw, don't forget to click that button that says subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys. Oh, that is the worst. No. Oh my God, I forgot to put on my spray. My makeup might not last.